y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taryn and you are watching Sew in the City. Okay, so I said this in my last video, but I will get me a like handheld tripod one day because I know it's so awkward having this camera so close to my face. But either way, welcome back to my channel. So as you probably know, we're getting closer and closer to the beginning of the fall season. Even though technically it's starting to feel a little like fall, it still isn't technically fall yet. However, we are getting close. So in this video, please excuse that noise in the background, but in this video I'm going to give you a quick tour of the garden and show you what are some of the updates that we've made in the garden to prepare for fall, okay? But before we get started, of course, I have to ask that you like and subscribe and comment on this video, and you can also share this video if you feel so inclined, okay? But without further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay guys, so you can probably tell from our last full garden tour that we did that this particular area used to be completely covered in sweet potato vines. However, as you can see, those are gone. And why are they gone? Because we harvested all of the sweet potatoes. And you probably thought that the sweet potatoes were planted in both of the beds. That's not true. They were actually planted only in this here bed. But the vines got so out of control that they spread, okay, and actually got in that bed. And when we took the sweet potato vines out, some of them planted themselves in the ground right there. I don't know if you can tell. So those vines were really out of control. I didn't know sweet potato vines could actually plant themselves wherever they are laying at. So that's really amazing. But nonetheless, we got some good sweet potatoes out of that harvest. So now I'll take you over here. This is where we kept our bell pepper plant and the butternut squash plant. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I guess I must have planted this a little too late in the season because this plant is looking worse for wear, okay? And this is the butternut squash plant. As you can tell, she is not looking that good, and that's okay. This is the first time for everything. Granted, we're starting to get into the beginning of the fall season, so it probably was just a little too late for me to plant this. But again, it is okay. And also, I probably should have planted two together instead of one, because this plant was getting a lot of female flowers, I think, but it had no male flowers to actually get pollinated. So that was another issue. But that's okay. I'm learning. I might just take this up this weekend and put something else right there. But here we have some bell peppers again. I gotta make sure I don't step through another spider web because there's always a spider web over here. There's 3 bell peppers on this plant. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's any on this plant. Oh, look, there's a very, very, very small one right there. Very, very small. There's a few on this plant right there. There's a few bell peppers right there. Awesome. Yay, and that's just so awesome to see all these bell peppers, because of course that's why we plant them, so that we could get fruit from them or bear fruit from them. So I love that. You can see there's some bell peppers right there. That's awesome. So yeah, that's the pepper plant area. So now I want to show you the mustard and turnip green bed. These look so good, as you can see from this video. Of course, I know you might be able to see them better if I took the screen off the bed, but I don't want to do that because we're trying to keep those pesky moths out of the bed. And we actually already had to kill one that got itself into the bed. So I'm going to keep that cover on this. But as you can see, the mustard and turnips are doing great. They are doing so great. They're looking healthy and big. And I'm just excited because of course we're going to eat them for the holidays. So that's always fun. Yay! That's always fun. So this tree here is just really cool because this is my pear tree, of course. But this tree is cool because we're starting to actually get some pears on here, even though I thought that we weren't going to get any pears for this season. And I'll show you. There's, oh, okay, I'm gonna try, oh, Here's some right here. There we go. You can see there's a few pears right there that are looking so beautiful. And I'm just so grateful for them. Like I said, I wasn't sure that we would even get some pears this season, but these are one of the few that's on the tree. I also have a few more that's on the tree, and I'll insert a picture right here. But we have quite a few pears that's growing in this tree, and I'm just so very grateful. I just hope that we can get the pears harvested before the end of the fall season, or before we have our first frost. So, okay, and over here we have some beautiful flowers over here. I believe those are zinnias, those beautiful orange flowers. And that big old plant is an eggplant that is still sticking around. I planted it in the wrong area. I planted it in one of those actual small cinder blocks. I should not have done that. But yeah, these are some of the native plants that I had put right here. And I got them from a great company. And I'll do another video about that at a later date. But I'm excited about these native plants. And that's just some basil that, you know, went to flower, and we're still going to keep it right here because pollinators love it. And I'm going to take up those pretty much dead sunflowers. I'm going to take those up. Hey, I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so again, I'm showing you everything, so you'll be able to see how crazy these tomato plants are looking right now. Some buckets are empty because we took those tomato plants out a few weeks ago, but these tomato plants, woo, it's looking like a little jungle back here for real. I'm not sure if I'll put these tomato plants along the fence line next year per se. I might just put them just like right out here like the onions are and the fruit trees are. Look at that. I can't even get up in there. Woo. I bet there's so many tomatoes in there, but oh, I cannot get in there. But that's like the tomato jungle. My dad and I are gonna take these up this weekend. But of course, you have the little onions right here that are looking wonderful, and I am so very happy about it. So very, very happy about it. Look at those onions, looking nice and healthy. Now some of these are looking a little healthier than others. Like those, I guess, got transplant shock. And that's okay. I'm not upset about that. I know some things will get transplant shock, and that is okay. So I actually will put just some more seeds right there. For the most part, everything's looking pretty good over here. So. And of course, this is my favorite tree in the whole garden. Literally my favorite tree, the hibiscus tree. I'm going to cut that off today and make some tea with it. I love this tree so much. Ugh. I love it so much. Okay, I'm sorry. Love it so much. One of the best gifts I've ever received, ever. And these are our other trees that, you know, it's getting to the end of the season. So the trees are just like pretty much just, I'm not gonna say dying back, but you know, you can tell that it's time for the seasons to change. This is an apple tree, and that is a plum tree. So we'll keep these two outside as opposed to putting them in the greenhouse, because these are actually native to our area. However, these tropical plants are going to, these tropical plants are probably going to go in the greenhouse for sure. And now the peach trees, of course, are going to stay outside because, again, these peach trees right here are native plants. Okay? So they're going to stay outside. Okay, so, again, with being honest, this particular bed, is doing okay. I probably need to start watering this bed twice a day because it's looking a little dry right now. But this bed is, as you can see, I believe that's a cabbage and or a cauliflower, but that's what this bed is for, brassicas, specifically cabbage and cauliflower. I think some of the seeds that I planted were a little outdated, so only these two really came up. I planted some more seeds the other day, and like one of them came up. It's somewhere right here. Yeah, it's very, very small right there. I don't even know if you could see it, but I'm just going to be patient, and I'm going to water this bed more than I have before, twice a day, because it's getting a little dry, and of course seeds can't germinate when it's so dry. So that's what I'm going to focus more on this bed with, just keeping the soil moist so that the new seeds that I planted can germinate. And again, I threw the old seeds out, and I purchased some new seeds from Johnny Seeds Organic. That was literally like 48 hours ago, so I'm just gonna give it some time and hopefully they germinate. Okay, now this is the watermelon section. This is some good news because we have 2 watermelons growing. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I'm so excited about that. As you can see, there's one right there. Yay! There's one right there. Then we have another one at the very end, which I will show you. There it is. There it is. Right there, looking so cute. Again, please excuse the noise in the background. My neighbors are out and about, okay? But yes, those are the 2 watermelons. That's it. We have that's all we have for this for these plants. Just 2 watermelons on these plants. And again, I'm grateful for it all. So, yep. It's about time for these to be you know, pulled up to it's about time for these to be pulled up as well. But again, we can't do that until these watermelons are harvested. So we shall be patient, okay? And of course, this bed here is the like root veggies, as you can tell. Right now you're seeing the beets right there. This bed is doing okay as well. So basically, these 2 beds here, 1 and 2, were kind of struggling because I think the seeds just weren't that great. Actually, 1, 2, and 3 were struggling because I think the seeds weren't that great. And so now that I planted some new seeds like 48 hours ago, I'm going to see how well they do. Again, I'm going to keep this bed like extra moist to make sure the seeds can germinate well enough. But I think there are some small seeds that germinated in this row. I know it's hard to tell, but I believe they did germinate. Okay, y'all, so I just checked. I know it's hard to see through this mesh netting, but please forgive me. But these seeds in this back row have all germinated. So all those carrots and beets have come up, and that's good. I just have to wait for these to come up, okay? And again, I planted them like 48 hours ago, so I must be patient and keep this bed more moistened. So I'm going to water it twice a day, actually. Okay, now this bed is the onion and spinach bed, but mostly onions. And this bed is actually doing okay. Again, the seedlings are so small, I know it's hard to see anything, but some things have come up. You're going to have to trust me, okay? Maybe you can see that little green thing. Some things have actually come up in this bed, so just trust me on this. Lots of onions and spinach, okay? Onions and spinach. So I hope you liked this video. That's it for now. Again, this is just a little garden tour just to show you what's happening in the garden as we head to go into fall. But again, if you like this video, don't forget to actually press the like button, comment, subscribe, and maybe even share the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be giving you more videos this weekend as well. Okay, bye-bye.